Before starting this video, I would ask you to press the subscribe and like button to make 100 subscribers. Thanks. Artur Schopenhauer is a German philosopher. One of the most famous thinkers of irrationalism, misanthrope. He gravitated towards German romanticism, was fond of mysticism, highly appreciated the main works of Immanuel Kant, calling them the most important phenomenon that philosophy has known for 2 millennia, appreciated the philosophical ideas of Buddhism, the Upanishads, as well as Epictetus, Cicero, and others. True friendship is one of those things that, like giant sea snakes, are unknown, whether they are fictional or exist somewhere. Adoration does not tolerate close distance because, in personal communication with the adored object, adoration melts like butter in the sun. For a person who is mentally high, loneliness brings 2 benefits: firstly, to be with himself, and, secondly, not to be with others. All rascals, unfortunately, are sociable. When I listen to music, it often seems to me that the life of all people, and my essence, are dreams of some eternal spirit, and that death is awakening. Alone, everyone sees in himself what he is. To have so much content in oneself so as not to need society is already great happiness, because almost all our suffering flows from society, and peace of mind, which after health is the most essential element of our happiness, is endangered in every society, and therefore, it is impossible without a certain measure of loneliness. Compassion for animals is so closely related to the kindness of character that it is safe to say that whoever is cruel to animals cannot be a kind person. When a person took all suffering and torment to hell, there was nothing left for heaven but boredom. If you want to subjugate everything, subordinate yourself to reason. Don't tell your friend what your enemy shouldn't know. Politeness is a tacit agreement to ignore and not emphasize moral and mental poverty in each other. To get married is to have your rights and double your responsibilities. The world is certainly bad in all respects. Aesthetically, it looks like a caricature, intellectually like a madhouse, morally like a fraudulent brothel, and in general like a prison. He who criticizes others works on his correction. There is no better consolation in old age than the realization that all the power of youth has been embodied in creations that do not age. There is no better way to refresh the mind than reading the ancient classics. It is worth taking one of them in hand. Although for half an hour, now you feel refreshed, relieved and cleansed, lifted and strengthened, as if refreshed by bathing in a pure spring. They tell us that suicide is the greatest cowardice, that suicide is a sin, while it is quite obvious that a person does not value anything so much as his life. At the moment of death, egoism undergoes complete collapse. Hence the fear of death. Therefore, death is a kind of lesson on egoism, uttered by the nature of things. No money can be invested more profitably than those that we allowed being taken away from ourselves by fraudulent means. For them, we directly gain prudence. If a joke is hidden behind something serious, it is irony. If it's serious for a joke, humor. I would not want to be the God who created this world, because the suffering of this world would break my heart. At the moment of death, egoism undergoes complete collapse. Hence the fear of death. Therefore, death is a kind of lesson on egoism, uttered by the nature of things. No money can be invested more profitably than those that we allowed being taken away from ourselves by fraudulent means. For them, we directly gain prudence. Every child is to some extent a genius, and every genius is to some extent a child. Our salvation lies in the ability to be compassionate. Justice is rather a man's virtue, philanthropy is a woman's. If you suspect someone of lying, pretend that you believe him, then he lies more rudely and gets caught. If in his words a truth slipped through that he would like to hide, pretend not to believe. He will tell the rest of the truth as well. To the same degree in which the clarity of cognition increases and consciousness rises, torment also increases, and, therefore, it reaches its highest degree in a person, and here again it is the stronger, the clearer the person cognizes, the more intelligent he is. The one in whom the genius lives suffers the most. A person's face expresses more and more interesting things than his mouth. The mouth expresses only the thought of a person, the face is the thought of nature. The card game is a clear detection of mental bankruptcy. Not being able to exchange thoughts, people flip cards. One of the significant obstacles to the development of the human race should be considered the fact that people do not obey the one who is smarter than others, but the one who speaks loudest. A wretched person who has nothing to be proud of grabs the only thing possible, and is proud of the nation to which he belongs. Truth goes through three stages. First it is ridiculed, then it is fiercely resisted, and finally it is accepted as obvious. For each person, the neighbor is a mirror from which his vices look at him, but a man acts like a dog barking at a mirror under the assumption that he sees not himself there, but another dog. You can't do anything about the stupidity around you. But do not worry in vain, because a stone thrown into a swamp does not make circles. Thank you for watching. Write in the comments section which quote you liked the most. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos.